Okay, for this video, what we're going to be looking at is the website falstad.com/emstatic/fullscreen.html. This is the website we're going to be using for the simulation of electric fields. When you load it up, you'll probably see something that looks like this. And it's just loading a whole bunch of stuff. And then it'll load. All right, a couple things I highly recommend you do. One, this show section. You will probably find your life easier if you switch it to show lines. Two, turning off the draw equipotentials. Don't worry about what they are. They have nothing to do with what we're talking about. And three, make the resolution bigger. Now, that may be a little bit much. If it's taking too long to do stuff, you can always stop calculation, do whatever you need to do, and start calculation again, and it'll go and figure out where the lines go. Or you can drop the resolution down a little bit. I don't recommend going too low because you want to have some size to what you're working with. You want to have some space. All right, that's the first thing. Second thing, what we want to look at is how does this show strength of field? It doesn't show it the way we talked about with our drawings because it's a program trying to show all the space. All right, so the density is pretty constant. This one shows strength by color and brightness. So you see where it's white right here is really, really strong, and then it weakens down to the bright green, and darker and darker and darker and darker and darker. That's what we're going to be looking at here. All right, a couple things you want to be able to do is this idea of mouse equals. You can add charges. You'll notice now we've added a positive charge. We get that shape we talked about in the last video, where the lines curve away from each other. And we see this dull area here where the lines have canceled out and there's no field. Now, sometimes you may need to have +2 compared to 1. That's part of where this resolution thing comes in. What we can do is just put a second charge right next to the first charge. Now we have that double we talked about. If I want to delete an object, I can delete an object. If I want to add a negative object, I can add a negative object. And there's that heart shape we talked about, where this one is overpowering, and we have it pushing further past here. All right. I think that covers everything you really need to know for this lab. If you have questions, email me.